Now, this video is horrifying to watch. 16-year-old Jordan Holgerson tumbling off a bridge in Washington State. She said she was too scared to jump, so a friend pushed her. Doctors say the nearly 60-foot fall could have killed her. Now she is speaking out. Let's listen.
She was counting down, but I didn't think of anything of it. And I was like, no, like, don't count down. Like, I won't go if you count down. I'm not ready. And I think I might have fainted midair because I don't really remember the fall.
I have 5 broken ribs, and I have air bubbles in my chest, and I have a punctured lung.
Oh my gosh.
Now, her mother says the friend who pushed her is an adult and should turn herself in. Police are still deciding if that person should face charges. Al, as a father of 3, how do you make sense of this?
I don't understand what the decision that the cops are making. I mean, let's say that
because it was not malicious intent.
Well, I'll tell you exactly what it is.
Yes.
There are neurologists that go on the stand at court, and they've said now that if your brain is not met prefrontal cortex measures, if you're 16, 17, 18, sometimes your brain doesn't know right or wrong, and they can get off because of that. So it depends on the age of this person in the courtroom. I don't think it depends. I think this is egregious. But it does depend if their prefrontal cortex knew right from wrong. People have gotten off for murder because of that.
I didn't hear any laughing in that.
No.
There wasn't. If they were goofing around, it's like, oh, Sam, I'm going to do it, and somebody slips, or even if I had seen the person that pushed her kind of go over there, it's like, oh, no, like kind of looking for her, trying to grab her, I'm looking at this differently. That was a hard push.
But we don't know the moments that happened before that. And believe me, I am just playing devil's advocate here, but we don't know if they were goofing off before. If this adult, I'm hoping is like 18, not 40, but if this 18-year-old thought she was being funny, it's not right, she should have known better, but should that lapse in judgment cost her years in behind bars?
I'll ask you guys this. Would it be any different if it was railroad tracks? Oof. If she pushed her in front of a train that was coming and just missed her and grazed her?
I get what you're saying, but I don't think a lot of people understand that falling into water is like hitting, like you said earlier, like concrete from that far up. Maybe she didn't know if this is indeed an 18-year-old. I don't know, Bo.
I was thinking of like skydiving. Like if someone said, if you're going to count down, don't count, just push me out of it. Now, you're not going to risk the jeopardy that this girl did because how she fell could clearly have killed her. I mean, there's obviously no excuse for this, but Tori, are the charges only brought if the victim decides to press the charges?
So. You can.
Because it's her friend?
Yeah, if she decides to press charges, she can, but they will use, if it's an 18-year-old, there have been plenty of cases that people have gotten off because they don't think pushing her, she didn't know right from wrong. I don't agree with it, but it is a statement that unless you're about 25, the brain is not plasticized enough to actually know good from wrong. So that is where...
Well, we charge children as adults all the time.
Agreed. This is a brand new type of science that's come out in the last, I'd say, decade, and you're going to see a neurologist, if she's underage, say she didn't know that this was bad. I disagree with it, but that's a court case.
I mean, we all know at the age of 5 that you don't want to do a belly flop in the pool. A 5-year-old knows that because it hurts. So, like, don't tell me you didn't know that that was going to work out poorly for her.
I agree.